Between all of you. This is a secure area. You all need to leave.
I think his name
Help
is
me
Fate.
out.
He brought in that case for that poor lady Tildy.
Not sure this means much.
Clear this area immediately.
This is awful. Just awful. Why can't we get
How much do you think I know? Lynch and Carruthers will have the juice for you.
Much else I can tell you.
You want a fire put out? I can help. Catching crooks? You need to do yourself.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Continue to respond, King. identified. Land here at 190. From the 56 at this time.
Take it easy, Phelps. I'd rather get there in one piece.
Code 6.
I was kind of attached to the paint job, Cole. You like to leave your mark, don't you?
Emergency officer, I need your vehicle.
Oh, for God's sakes. Come on! Cole, what are you doing?
Out of the car. Police.
find one goddamn ding!
Please! They can make a claim to the department.
Hands off! What the hell? Hands off! I'm sick!
Nothing that a night in the tank wouldn't fix, bub. Now, where did they go?
What happened?
Two guys made off with about $1,000 in a paper sack. Vag says he saw him leave.
I'm right here, you
Not
know.
much of a witness.
Sir, you need to tell us where they went. Now.
They headed for the parking lot.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Don't leave me hanging out here, Phelps. Move in. Get in close and steer him off the tar. Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Lay into his wheel well. Come on.
Quite a ride you took us on. Get out with your hands up. Hands behind your head. Can you drive to this one?
There isn't much left.
There never is if the job's done properly.
You think it was deliberate?
Nah, that's real pain in your face. They would have moved out the things they care about.
Mr. Stevens? Cole Phelps and Herschel Biggs, LAPD. I know it's a difficult time, but could we have a word?
Don Stevens.
You were out of town.
We won a prize. We had a wonderful time. Came home to this.
Do you still have the tickets?
Sure.
It's a formality, but we'll need to speak to the issuing agent. Can you tell me any more about the prize that you won, Mr. Stevens?
Weekend at Catalina Island. My wife got this flyer in the mail from the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Did you enter any kind of competition?
My wife filled in a flyer. This lady just rung up and told us we won. It's the first time I'm building new houses. They showed their money and most of the neighborhood just packed up and walked away. But I never bargained with them.
GI houses?
Yeah, something like that.
Pretending to be dead?
Nope. Optimistic, Cole. Don't think this is any use to us.
Recently serviced. Could be something to go on.
Book some barfly for the murder.
You heard of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
I've seen their billboards.
Is it run by the government or by the city?
Your guess is as good as mine. There's at least a half a dozen of these agencies throwing up homes for GIs. Did the same thing after the First War. What's your interest in these guys?
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need information on the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Yes, Detective. Just checking. The fund is a semi-government agency established to speed up the building of GI homes. It has private investors as well as a government endowment.
Huh. Do you have an address for them?
There is one listed here, corner of Beverly and Mariposa.
Thanks for your help.
Cut it out!
I wouldn't feel safe in a tank with you driving.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD.
John Cunningham. Can I help you, gentlemen?
We have reason. The Sawyer family, Rosewood Avenue. Here they are, Steffens. I'm told the tickets were a prize.
Yes, they were.
You do a lot of these prizes.
Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
While the Sawyer family were supposed to be at Catalina Island, their house burnt down. You consider them lucky?
Christ. I'm sorry to hear that.
Can you tell me who offered the prize won by the Sawyer family?
Sure. Look, there's supposed to be some sort of supervised draw with hundreds of tickets. But the reality is the Suburban Redevelopment Fund calls me every couple of weeks and tells me exactly who has won.
Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotion's mailing list covers half of LA.
So you don't believe that it's suspicious that a guy who doesn't want to sell his house wins some holiday tickets, and while he's away, his home burns down?
To me, it just sounds like really bad luck. It's not like everyone who wins a prize gets their house set on fire, officer.
Thanks for your help.
No problem. Just wish I could do something for that family.
You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now.
I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in the door.
50? Are you...
Good man, Cunningham. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm great. Poorer, but great.
Let me guess. You want to check out the Suburban address?
Great partners must think alike, Herschel.
At least we'll know where we've been if we try to retrace our steps. Next left. Hang the left up there. Son of a bitch!
I'm going to memorize your name and throw my head away.
I'm at a loss.
All right. Let's scope this suburban outfit.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
I thought this was such a nice area.
Jesus, Cole. What's wrong with a good old-fashioned black and white?
KGPL to any central unit. Ambulance shooting. Any central unit. Identify.
Some of that mascara.
Officer needs help, 103 and B.
Not a care in the world. No harm done. guy. These people!
Emergency call. I need to take this. All right.
Knocked out!
Careful. $11K, go ahead.
Call 11K, ambulance shooting. Meet the officer at the Interstate bus station at Beverly and Union. Code 2.
Drop the guns.
I got you now, motherfucker! You're fucking home!
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Give it up, chump! I know you're there!
We don't want any civilian casualties, Biggs.
See him?
Weapons on the ground, now!
Getting cover! Give it up, chump! I'm here!
Put your weapons down and your hands in the air.
CGPL to any central unit. Ambulance shooting. Any central unit identified.
We can take the call if you want.
11K, go ahead.
We're not the only cops in this town.
Call 11K. Ambulance shooting. Meet the officer at the interstate bus station at...
What's the situation?
Some stick-up boys lost their heads and a girl got shot. We have to move fast, sir. There are still people inside.
Surrender now, or I will use deadly force. We don't want any... Big! He's on the lamp! On the floor. You're behind the wheel. This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in
redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind. Brother!
One. Any Sentry unit, 211 in progress, 522 South Hill Street, unit to handle code 3, identify.
Take it easy, Phelps. I'd rather get there in one piece.
We came as soon as we could.
Lynch.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire, Al?
Yes, it is.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
Good, your regulator's in position. Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas on.
You pull the lever on the left to turn.
Whew. So that's how it's...
Fine. But if the skipper sees us driving around in this, we're dead.
Keep talking. Someday you'll say something intelligent.
You gotta be kidding me. We're driving this?
Show?
The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
Guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with. Damn you!
God.
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, can you please speak to the manager?
Olive oil comes from olives. Where does baby oil come from? I know that face. That's the guy that busted all those Negro drug pushers last week. I'm gonna suck the hell out of you.
I'm trying to imagine you with a personality.
Sir, are you a spy?
New and improved model. They'll be selling these like hotcakes.
God damn!
When is America
Any
going to
ideas?
understand? It's not about getting.
Talk to
it's
the
about
guy in
giving.
charge. See what he says.
Detective Phelps and... So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look, we've changed the design since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
You employ accredited mechanics to do this?
We call them installers. Technically, they're gas fitters.
Installers, then?
They know what they're doing, Detective, if that's what you're trying to imply.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There, around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
This is a long shot. We are not going to rouse that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, Detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Kuttner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Clemens Walter. Previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew. Charged for contempt of court. Attempted murder. Plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady.
Your employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasick. Desperate times indeed.
Three blondes walk into a bar. You think one of them would have seen it? What the hell? When is America going to understand? It's not about getting, it's about giving.
Jesus, Cole. What's wrong with a good old-fashioned black and white?
Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do, but my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
Tell me.
Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasick.
Clemens is a fellow traveler. Some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine. Ryan wants the world to be a better place, don't we all?
This doesn't pertain to the case.
The company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive. Varley has a problem with bugs.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasick?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favored choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
3 birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
They can make a claim to the department.
I didn't come to California to be a secretary.
A skeleton goes into a bar and orders a beer.
I gotta swing by the shop, make sure the orders are coming off the line. So if we're done...
That's him? That's the best we can do for a policeman in this city?
You gotta be kidding me. We're driving this?
I was kind of attached to the paint job, Cole. No! Cole, what are you doing?
Do I tell you how to drive?
Where's your respect for property, Cole?
Biggs, LAPD. We want some answers, and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
You know Reginald Varley?
No? Can't say I do.
Detroit PD is after Reginald Varley for murder. You want us to run you in for aiding and abetting Clemens?
Whoa, 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 whoa. All I know about Varley is he gets kickbacks from some developer. Does their work first. Spreads it around if he can.
You were licensed and worked for InstaHeat?
I contract for them. So what?
InstaHeat hires arsonists, does it?
I've worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mud shark of a wife gets awarded it in settlement. She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she gets the house. Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watched it burn to the ground. I did my time and I'd do it again.
Sorry about the rouse, Clemens. You did the right thing.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No. Don't know the name.
His locker is right next to yours. Give it up.
Okay, so I know Ryan.
All right, Clemens. You're off the hook for the moment.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps. He ain't our guy.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Fine. But if the skipper sees us driving around in this, we're dead.
Farley's on the run. He might be packing heat. If he's wanted for murder, I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
You were in combat.
In 1917. You know, I never fired my weapon in the line of duty.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel. LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot! LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot! Come on, Varley! You can't keep running forever! LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot!
What the heck, fire?
Come on, Varley! You can't keep running forever! Why did you run from us, Farley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you.
Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, you're a guest of the scene.
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
I think it's...
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective Phelps and Biggs, Arson Squad.
Arson?
You heard the man.
Let's just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
Hold it, Ryan. I said...
Son of a bitch.
Those are GI's backyards he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in! I'll take out the van.
Get in close those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need to take Ryan down before he hurts somebody. He's in a company van and he's losing us, Cole. Some partner I got.
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Those are GI's backyards he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in! I'll take out the van. He's in a company van and he's losing us, Cole. Some partner I got.
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective Phelps and Biggs, Arson Squad.
Arson?
You heard the man.
Let's just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
Hold it, Ryan. I said...
Son of a bitch.
Those are GI's backyards he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in! I'll take out the van.
Lay into his wheel well. Come on.
Continue to response.
He's going to kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need to take Ryan down before he hurts somebody. He's in a company van and he's losing us, Cole. Some partner I got.
Why did you run, Ryan?
I was scared.
You got a reason to be scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
We have 3 suspects. As much as I'd like it to be Chapman, I think it's one of